everybody always says that the real results are on ZwiftPower, but what's there for the ZwiftPower results? So we could look at any of these races and see the results, but we'll look at one of mine. So this is always my first start for ZwiftPower, my profile page. So here, let's look at my most recent result, Herd Winter Racing. And you can see here I am in 9th. We've got lots of much better racers than me in front of me. And a nice big field of 62. So this is a very simple race. It's there's no sprints, no points. It is just getting to the end. So we can see here what we've got: everybody's time difference to the winner, average power in watts per kilogram and in watts, a normalized power. So the normalized power, when you see the green, yellow, orange, and red, so that means on how punchy that performance was. So that's how much their normalized power was greater than their average power. So you'll see somebody that finished near the front with a low average power will typically have a redder bar here, because they've been very efficient at times and then put out big efforts when needed. Now there's a couple other little things you can see in here. So we can see unfiltered. So these are the results. Unfiltered will show you all the results with anyone that was filtered out. So there was only one rider filtered out in this race, and he was on ZPower power estimation. So that's, most races exclude those from results. You've also got your sprints and comms. So they weren't configured for this race, so there's nothing in there. And the same thing, there are in the prime data, we do have the segments we went through, but there were no points attached. But that information is in there. So if you wanted to go through and see who had the fastest time over the Aqueduct KOM, you can see there's Carlos Flores, then Orjan, and actually I did pretty well up that. I was number 7. So now what I can also do, I can go see power curve. So if I want to see power curve, and this is where you can have different riders here. So I can put myself and let's say the winner, and we can see in watts. So Noah, for anything greater than 35 seconds, right there's he had a lot more watts, and 20-minute power, 343 to 267. But he didn't finish in the bunch sprint. He broke away with 8 kilometers to go, so he didn't sprint. So his power curve is pretty flat because he didn't do an all-out sprint. So that's his max watts were 581, and mine were 903. So that's some of the things you can get out of that. So looking down here at the power table, you can see who the red numbers are, who in the race had the biggest. So that's where you can see who had the biggest 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 5 minute, 20 minute watts per kilogram. You can see who was the heaviest and the lightest in the race, and you can see who had the highest average and max heart rate in the race as well. That heart rate's so individual, it's not really that useful information. And this is height, so you can see who was the tallest and the shortest in the race. And then this gain, so that is your ranking performance. You can add or remove any of these columns here. So you can put your rank for the event and rank before the event. Let's just get rid of the 30-second power to make this look better. And you can see everybody's ranking before the event, the result they got for the event, and whether that improved their ranking or not. So that is that. And you'll also see in the results here, you will see in analysis anyone that did dual recording. So only one person did dual recording for this race, and they're right there. Now I'm going to switch over to a points race. So this is one of my favorite formats, the Herd Summer Racing League. So the scoring is for every climb and every sprint. There are points awarded, 50 points for the winner, 49 for second, and all the way down for the top 50. This is by category, not all together, and it is fastest time through each segment, not first through this segment. Pretty much as different from the previous race as it gets. So the first thing you'll see is that everything's all messed up. So you're ordered by primes, but you can't really compare the prime because the scores are awarded per category. You can't really compare it. So to look at the results, you'll go to D, where there were 2 riders, A, where there were 2 riders, and B and C had good fields in this race. So we'll look at B. When I look here at B, we have all the people that finished, what time they finished in, what the gap was from them to the person that won. All the same power data is there. Now this is where the information in the primes, and like I said, this one is fastest time and per category. And this is where this is going to be extremely important, because this is how the points are awarded. So you can go through here and see who got, and you can see, the guy who won outright 4 of the primes and was second in 5. He won quite handily. So that's that. All the same other information is there. You can go into the results. You can go here to filtered and see who, in this case, the upgrade, so entered the wrong category. So you can sort this. So if you wanted to see what the finishing order was, so if we go back to our B, sort on time. So you can go to the finishing order and you'll see that over here, everything's out of order because this finishing order is based on the primes for a points race. So if we sort back by the primes, good luck, and I hope you can get some more data on or more information about how you performed and how others performed in the race, and how that worked out. So good luck.